Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Apostle GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is just going to be an open forum. Today's date is October 10th, 2015, otherwise known as 10-10-15, based upon the Million Man March 20-year anniversary. I was just watching the actual live stream on C-SPAN, and the other apostles and brothers and so forth, elders, they came in maybe 15-20 minutes before we actually maybe a half an hour on the speech, kind of watching the speech, and we'll get into that. We'll speak about that. Basically, we got to watch the whole speech in its entirety when Farrakhan actually speaks, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Ratazar will probably we'll analyze it, but we're going to speak on that particular speech that he's having right now as we speak. We're also going to speak on the situation over there in Syria and how the prime minister or President Assad asked for the help of Russia to send in their military and so forth, and it's getting hot. It's getting hot out there, So we're going to speak on that, and we're going to speak on a lot of different things. Right now, this is being brought to you, or brought to Ustream, because we're getting back into the live streaming. And we're live streaming it right now. I mean, by the time you see this video, it's being on live stream right now. We got the laptops up and all that, monitoring the live stream, and you'll see it on recording. If you go to IN live stream on Ustream, and we're also in the works of most likely doing some live YouTube events as well. So we're getting that all together, because, we're going live because things are live and popping. Things are happening, man. You don't know what's going to happen this Monday, because the Putin, he sat down, talking about a couple of weeks ago, he was sitting down at the dinner table with Barack Obama. And then a couple of days after that, the order was given to go ahead and bomb ISIS and ISIL and the rebels against the Syrian government. And Obama was a little teed at that. But, this is prophecy coming to pass. All right? It will most likely, I see it dying down and tapering off and so forth. But, we're in that time where Armageddon is right around the corner, as you know it as World War III. So the Gog and Magog, what's that? No. And Ezekiel 38, and Joel 3 and 9 on down, where it speaks about the valley of decision. Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. The Most High's, making this thing happen. He's the puppet master. He's making these things actually happen. Okay? And we're going to go into a lot more things. That's why, this is basically a various topics subject, if you will. That's why I entitled it not various topics, but open forum, all right? Because there's a lot of things to be discussed. So I'm going to pass it to one of the apostles, and then we're going to go from there.
All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of the men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So basically, when you're asleep, see the Most High, he's making his prophecies come to pass. You're gonna walk the Most High's walk. You're not gonna walk your own walk, even if you have your own intentions and things that you want to do. You're not gonna do what you want to do. The Lord, the only way you'll be able to do that is if it's in accordance with the plans of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why it says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. So while you're sleeping and dreaming, then he openeth the ears of men, meaning their mind. He opens up your mind and your spirit, right? And sealeth their instructions, meaning that the Lord puts the instructions into you what you're going to do the next day. Like the Apostle Elder Tar just mentioned, that the Most High is the ultimate puppet master. So he's basically controlling you in what you want to do. Now, if your plans go according to what his plans are, he allows you to do that. But if not, he'll turn you around and put instructions into you for you to do what you have to do. You know? It says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. And that's the reason why things are going down the way they're going down. See, because you got the international bankers behind the scenes manipulating things, and they have a plan for 3 world wars. You know, it's called the Messini-Pike Blueprint, you know, for 3 world wars. You know, and the thing about it is they have a certain agenda that they're trying to push forward, but really this is the agenda of the Most High. And the reason why the things are popping off over there in Syria with Russia and America and all that is because those are part of the plans of the Most High. You know, that's the final grounds over there for this final battle to end all wars. You know? Okay. So basically we're at that time now, and that's why you see things happening. And things are happening fast. I mean, there's so much stuff going on that it's impossible to keep up with everything. You know, that's why brothers out there, how I said, watch as well as pray. You know, when you see something, you report it. You know? Now, whether it happens or not, that's not of our concern. The thing, we're prophets, we're reporters.
Hey, like I'm going to have to still turn from the white man. See something, say something. If you see prophecies coming to pass, then do a video on it. Say something. That's it.
Yeah, because, you know, the thing is, you're going to have information out there and you're going to have disinformation out there. You know, but as long as it's in accordance with the scriptures, then it's good to report it.
Well, I was going to say, the Lord said that there are going to be wars and rumors of wars. So, you know, even though the Spirit might bring out something about a war brewing, then it quells down, the Lord said there were going to be rumors of war. So even still in that, prophecy is being fulfilled. All right?
That's right. Yeah, because the bottom line, we don't write these articles that are out there. You know, we just basically tell y'all, report to y'all what's going on. And especially if it's in accordance with the scriptures. If it's not in accordance with the scriptures, we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to even speak on it. This is the Greek word akoa or akoe. For the word rumor, in Matthew the 24th chapter, it says, the sense of hearing, the organ of hearing, the ear, the thing heard, instruction, namely oral, of preaching the gospel, hearsay, report, or rumor. See, a hearsay or report or rumor. But the bottom line is that the Lord said that there were going to be wars and rumors of wars, as the elder Menatazak said, you know, through the Spirit. Did you have something, Apostle Gabar?
Yeah, I had a precept for you. This Psalms 35 and 22, it says, this thou hast seen, O Lord, keep not silence. O Lord, be not far from me. And you know, the Lord speaks through his prophets, which the word prophet literally in the Latin means to say before. So we're the Lord's mouthpiece. You know, so if we see something akin to prophecy, we best believe we're going to speak on it, unlike them other groups. Of which will for now remain nameless, because you brothers out there should know who we're talking about, you know. And the main thing right now is prophecy. The main thing on the table right now is prophecy. That thing brewing in, you know, with the with Russia, the airstrikes. You know, Ezekiel the 38th chapter should come to mind, and even Apostle El Tahar did a couple of videos on his channel concerning that. So we're in that time, man. You know?
Yeah.
Matthews 11, and 12, right? Because this is like dealing with John the Baptist. You know, he was teaching, he was prophesying, and at the time, what was John the Baptist was prophesying that the Messiah was going to come, man, and he was going to be the one to bring that deliverance onto Israel. So John the Baptist, he's one of the greatest prophets that ever lived. Like the topic is prophecy, man. Like, which, you know, even this joker Farrakhan, well, he's not a prophet of the Lord, but he called himself prophesying today. Yeah, this is the time of biblical. Like, even he trying to get on that bandwagon, which a lot of them guys watch us and trying to piggyback off of what we doing. But, this yeah, that's another thing. But this thing of ours is spiritual, man. The spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is got us doing what we're robots, man. For the Lord, just like Esau, he's the puppeteer of everything that's going on in the physical realm, and then outside of that is the spiritual demon Satan. But Yahweh, like Apostle Ramla brought out the scripture, man. Hey, there's another scripture, man's goings of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? So, like, what we do, man, we're compelled in the spirit to do this. There's nobody calling us and saying, look, y'all brothers got to go out and speak. We just do it, man. And we've been doing it, right? For the longest, long. I mean, the elders previous to us, King Mashah, High Priest Ariah, Yaquab, and even Abba, the ones that set us on that path, which they were compelled to do that by the Lord. So it's all spiritual, right? Matthews 11 and 12, right? And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. Now, when John the Baptist was on the earth, during that time, who was ruling? The Romans, so-called white man, Esau, and they were oppressing us at that time. They had garrisons set up in Israel. They had us in captivity, even up until the time of Yahushua coming on the earth, man. Right? It was the Romans that put the Yahushua to death. All right, and it was that wicked-ass Herod, who was an Edomite anyway, that had John the Baptist put to death. But everybody was waiting for John. John the Baptist was out there teaching, prophesying, baptizing people. Then when the Messiah, who was Yahushua, came on the scene, that was a prophecy of that time that people were waiting for, man. For the first coming of the Messiah, right? Right? 13th verse. For all the prophets and all the law prophesied unto John. And if you will receive it, which everybody's not going to receive this. See? Like you see Farrakhan out there teaching. He got supposedly 1 million people out there. Negroes, Latinos, whoever else is out there. And those people, this dude is speaking, and everything Farrakhan is talking is verbal diarrhea. He's not. He might make a few little points, which he's always quoting the scriptures, and he's not quoting from the Quran once. But all them people out there, they standing there listening to him or whatever, and the majority of them is going in one ear and right out the other, man. Okay, they didn't even put the camera on some of those people. They out there, and you can see their eyes like spinning in their head, man. They just out there, like Apostle Gabar said, just so they can say, I was there. And they'll get some T-shirts when they come back to whatever states they came out of. I was at the Million Man March, or buttons. The majority of these niggas are ain't gonna look, man. Farrakhan trying to save black people. Nate Yohane trying to save. The majority of black people are gonna die, and Latinos, man. All right. And if you will receive it, which everybody's not gonna receive what we're teaching, right? This is Elias, which was for to come. Now that's deep. I'm talking about John. I'm talking about Elijah the prophet. Right. John the Baptist came back as Elijah the prophet, man. I'm sorry, Salakia. Elijah the prophet came back as John the Baptist. They were one and the same. It was one. He was living in one lifetime. Elijah the prophet, okay, but he came back, born on earth as John the Baptist, man. That was him in the reincarnation, which a lot of you guys get messed. Well, you got this guy, Bubble Eye GOCC. He teaches against the reincarnation, saying that there's no such thing, which don't even make sense. Because even people in the world, even Esau, do documentaries on reincarnation. The other nations know about that, right? So, you know what I mean? Elijah the prophet. And then when he came as John, he prophesied about what? The Messiah was going to come, and he was going to deliver the kingdom back to Israel, right? But a lot of them, they thought it was going to be at that time, during that time of Yahushua. Even the disciples, they thought that they were going to get the kingdom at that time. Right, but they wasn't gonna get the kingdom. They had to wait another 2,000 years, man. And then Yahweh Shai, when he was on the earth, all he was doing was telling them he was prophesying. You're supposed to be concerned with prophecy, man. You brothers out there, especially, man. We were talking about this last night, man. And some of you guys in GMS, you brothers are worried about trying to come up with a new revelation. Look, man, just stick with the basics. Use what you are given. The milk, the basics, which is prophecy. Don't try to delve into things that are too deep for you. Hey, man, like Apostle Tahar said, you got a camera in the house, pull that bad boy out, and you got a lot to talk about. You know? You got a hell of a lot of, look at what's going on.
Yeah, make sure that we don't have nobody to hear.
Okay, Con.
Okay. You know what? I might hook you up so you can hear it, hear what's going on. Anyway, like you said, piggybacking off what you said, man, don't try to be, well, I can do it better than the elders or the apostles. You know, I want to be the new superstar of GMS or the new. Just teach the scriptures, man. Hey, the recent videos that I did on what is the 666 mark is basically simple, basic scriptures, man. You know, you put the music to it. You know, you put the different pictures to it. You know.
Yeah, Con.
And that's it. You don't got to go all, go into this book and that book. Yeah. Just deal with the scriptures, man. Yeah. Because the prophecies are being fulfilled in the scriptures, not in other books. Con. Now, you can back up things with certain books. Of a guy wrote a book that confirms what the scriptures is saying. Con. But the main thing you're supposed to be into is these prophecies right now, teaching the people to certain things, the scriptures as a whole. But the main focus now is on prophecy, man. Right. And that's in 1 Corinthians 4, the 14th chapter. So somebody get that right quick. At the very beginning.
1 Corinthians
14. Start at the top. Right at the beginning. Rather than you prophesy.
Con, this is 1 Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that you may prophesy. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto man, but unto the Most High. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the Spirit he speaketh mysteries.
Yeah, tongues is other languages, Hebrew, Latin, Greek. We go into the Greek and the Latin to get a better understanding of the scriptures. But when we teach you in Hebrew. I mean in English. Right. In English. That was a slip up, so nobody gets stupid. See what the horse said? See, blah, 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 blah. Like them scoffers, boy. Hey, them guys are waiting. They waiting right there. They froze on the damn in front. They're right there waiting. You know, they got a big countdown clock. You know,
like sharks.
They got a countdown clock and shit. You know.
Yeah. Come.
When is the apostle gonna speak? And then as soon as that one video come up, beep, blah, 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 talking shit. First of all, they're gonna give it a thumbs down, then they're gonna talk shit. Yep. And that's why we taking you clowns off, man. All right? Cause you you know what? Every once in a while, you'll ask them something to see if you know what they do? They'll play games, they won't answer, they'll come with something bull. So I said, okay, you playing games. So you know what we're gonna do with that black woman told Lahab. You know what you do with people like this? You ignore them.
Yep, that's right.
Okay? And that's what we're gonna do. You know, you got scoffers out there that if you ask them a question, they might go back and forth with you. But some of them guys don't do that, man. They don't do that shit, you know. Hey, but rather that ye prophesy. Now we're in the time to prophesy. When you get a chance, hold on deck Habakkuk 2.
Okay. It says, but he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort.
And that's what we're doing. Hold up. Edification and what? Exhortation and what?
And comfort.
And comfort. We're comforting you. I love doing this, man. Twinkie boy ain't comforting you, man. Little Debbie's 3 is not comforting your ass, man. I'm talking about Tazadakia. Okay? Susie, the Susie Q man. He ain't comforting you, man. Ain't nobody watching that dude, man. Hey, the Most High is making this thing live and direct coming from GMS, Great Millstone. And then you got them other groups that are doing some things, you know. And you got the Black Conscience dude, you know, them guys. And I watch them guys all the time, man. You know, just to get a good laugh. Hey, but sometimes they be getting down too. They just don't know the truth. And like Red Pill did a thing, I forget the exact title, on Digitize something. And he got down, man. He went in, you know? And he was going into like entrepreneurship and startup businesses. He was going in, man, you know? Hey, but the thing is, they don't teach you that they're Israel. You see? They don't teach you that they're Israel. Going back to Farrakhan, right? You know, Farrakhan basically, that Million Man March 2, 20 years later, he had Gadites speaking. He had Simeon. You got Simeonites that are down with Islam, man. You got Levites that represent the nation of Islam. He spoke about the people of Ghana. He spoke, the people that were there were Israelites, man. It wasn't African from the Sudan. Those were Israelites. They were Judites, Benjaminites, Simeonites. You know, they had to be some Ephraimites. They had some Levites. And I mentioned Benjamin. And he mentioned something. Oh, he had Gad. I believe he had a Gadite up there teaching, man, or as a speaker. And he was speaking about that in general, about a gathering. And basically, he did gather them together. He gathered the majority of the tribes together, but there were no breath in them. So they all gathered. They know that they know that they have a common enemy. That's this so-called, that's Esau, the Edomites. But he's not telling you who you are. He'll come up, all his ministers up under him. They'll come up and they'll praise Elijah Muhammad and Farad Muhammad, which that dude is a white man. All right, the Arabs over the Middle Eastern Arabs, Ishmaelites over there, they don't acknowledge that guy. They say he's a great. They say he's Allah pretty much, and they say that Elijah Muhammad, Richard Pooh, is the Mahdi, or the other way around. All right, but then every time Farrakhan speaks, he quotes nothing but he'll do the assalamu greetings and assalamu alaikum, blah 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 blah. But then he'll quote things, and it's directly out of the Bible. You know, nothing out of the Quran, or very little out of the Quran. All the statements, even these guys in the black community, they'll make certain statements, and they're biblical statements, and they don't even realize they're quoting the Bible.
It says, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. I would that you all spake with tongues, but rather that you prophesied.
Yeah, spoke Latin, Greek,
right.
Hebrew.
Yep, they spoke them different languages. Yeah, you know, he said, I would that you all spake with tongues, but rather that you prophesied. In other words, be able to break it down. You know?
What scripture is it?
This is 1 Corinthians 14:5. It says, but rather that you prophesied, for greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying. Because that's what at the end of the day, what it's about. It's about edification.
I got a precept for you. Romans, the book of Romans 12, beginning at 6. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. I'll read that again. It says, having then gifts differing, because we all have gifts in this thing of ours, according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, which that shows you the teaching of prophecy is a gift. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Right? Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, and he that teacheth on teaching. So these are all gifts. Ministering means serving. All right? It's like a brother that's, he might just be brought in just to serve other brothers.
Well, we're ministers because
And
we're
we're
serving
ministers.
people with the knowledge,
With
the
knowledge,
information.
too. Yeah. And then you got certain brothers the Lord bring in to help other brothers. Like,
The scriptures tell you, help.
yeah, helps.
Get the scripture on that.
Yeah, as a fact, you got it? Okay.
Ephesians 4:11, right? And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and some teachers. God, the different gifts, the different offices, man. right? You can read on. For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahushua. Now, who's the body of Yahushua? The elect. The elect. Right? Till we all come in the unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of the Most High unto a perfect man. That's in the kingdom, man. When the Lord deliver the elect and they get them bodies and achieve the deliverance, that's when we're gonna be the perfect man, pursuant to Ezekiel. I should take away the stony heart and give you the heart of flesh. That's when the Most High gonna take basically all them demons that we're plagued with on this side that we got to deal with. The main demon being the demon that caused you to go off. Like, matter of fact, Apostle Tahar said this years ago. He said basically the Most High, it's a demon that causes us to go off, that the Most High put on Israel to make them go off so that the prophecies could be fulfilled. The Most High going to take that demon off us, man. Right? Unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua. Now you see that, right? Now when we read up, it tells you different offices, man. Now that again goes into what we were talking about. For you brothers in GMS, man. Look, I'm going to tell you straight. It might hurt some of y'all feelings. Not all of you guys are prophets, okay? Not all you guys are prophets. Like I said, man, you got everybody want to come and be the new superstar, like Apostle Tahar said, and we've been talking about this for the longest time. You want to be the next guy to come with a deep revelation. Why? For vain damn glory, man.
Well, you just read, wait on your ministry.
Con.
You got to find out what your ministry is. Maybe you a helper.
Con.
Hey, maybe you a type of dude that know how to get money. You know? You know how to get money, man. You know, maybe you know this technical thing, you know, dealing with computers and stuff, which I'm getting into that, man. You know, I learned, you know, it took us a number of years and we built up and we do shows and that, and all the different Israelite groups and the black consciousness groups, they're all getting that technical shit now. You know, they got the presentations, man. You know, you got the intros and the outros and the music and the different cuts and scenes and all that. And so we had to learn that, man. You know? Now you're gonna have guys that are masters in that, man. And I'm trying to master that, man. I'm getting good at it, you know? I mean, I know if I apply myself, I can, what Esau does, we can do. We can do, but it does take some time, you know? But you got guys that have a knack for that, man. So some of you guys are set up to do great productions utilizing the Urim and the Thummim. Okay? That's your gift. Some guys know how to get that money, you know? You know, some guys, you know, you got different gifts, man. You got different gifts. Like I was thinking all day before these cats came up in here, up in the studio, you know, I was thinking, man, you know, you got these different Israelite groups, and they all have these different programs, you know, outside of the scriptures. So I was, you know how you think, how you gonna say something to the people and shit. My thing is this: if you're expecting us to have T-shirts with GMS on it, you ain't gonna get that, man. You ain't gonna get no You ain't gonna get no music videos. You ain't gonna get no hip hop videos. All right. Say again. Yeah, you ain't gonna get no color coordination. You're not gonna get a whole lot of extracurricular curriculum bullshit. All right. What you're gonna get from us is the pure truth. We go into these scriptures, and that's all we got to do, man. Yeah, keep it simple. The scriptures never told us to open up schools all over the place, get buildings and rent buildings and paint the buildings and all that. Yeah. I mean, if you get that, you get it, man. And it might be eventually we may open up a studio with everything all in it, man. You know, because we're getting to that point, man. You know, Alex Jones style. You know, as soon as we can afford that big ass TV he got, about $50,000 or whatever. That's a big ass TV, you know. But they have that, man. I mean, as for now, we have this studio that we have now, because the word is being brought out, man. The main thing, like I said, what we're doing. Give me Acts 6. Now remember the apostles. They appointed 7 men to be in charge of this particular business, right? The distribution, excuse me, stammering lips and another tongue, making these disputing to these other distribution to other people, namely the Grecian widows. All right, and that scripture right there bug out a lot of these guys, man. You roll up on them guys that Ariel's nephew and say, "What is this talking about?" You know, they'll freeze up. They'll freeze up. It's talking about the actual Greeks, like my man said. The book of Malachi, you know, the Greeks had the Israelites in slavery. The word Greek is not in the book of Malachi, period. And these guys didn't even cover their ass. When they say we did something wrong, we went off on this, we'll make a video, man. You know?
This is Acts chapter 6, verse 1. And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews because their widows were neglected in a daily ministration.
The ministration was, when you read early in the book of Acts, there were certain disciples that started, the number got up to 5,000. And they got so big, what they did was they set up what was called a commune. That's the word commune is not in the scriptures, but that's what it was. Where they took all things that they had. There was some that had lands and some that had businesses and some that had riches, some that were so-called middle class, some that were poor, and they all agreed to bring all their riches together, and then they distributed to whoever needed, you know. That's the whole concept of communism, all right? Now, the Apostle Paul wasn't doing that because he was doing something else. You had other disciples and apostles that were doing other things. But what Peter, the 12, was doing with that congregation, that's how they did it at that time. Okay, and there was a situation where there was a man and a woman, husband and wife, who held back some of the money, so to speak, and they were basically both put to death through spiritual power at the hands of Peter, man. Okay, nobody jumped up and called 911 either, you know. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, then the 12 called the multitude of the disciples unto them and said, it is not reason that we should leave the word of the Most High and serve tables.
That's what I wanted. It's not reason for us to stop teaching the word of the Most High to handle these different disputes. Like, it's not our job to check, okay, let me check this camp. Let me check all the videos. Let me see. That ain't that's not my job to sit there and make sure you're doing shit. But if we catch your ass out there, man, we're gonna deal with you. Okay? You're gonna be severely dealt with, man. And then you seen it, man. You seen it. You seen how brothers went off, and we had a quick impromptu council and boom, you out of there, man. Or look, get your act together. He gets his act together, we move on, man. Because we're gonna catch you, man. All you niggas that are playing games, you're gonna get caught out there, man. You're gonna get caught out there, man. Well, I'm not creeping and looking to see what this, and I don't gotta set up guys in different camps. All right, you spy on the leader and you spy on this guy, unless I suspect something or we suspect something. You know, that takes away from the work because it's all going to come out in the wash any goddamn way, man. You know,
whatsoever is done in secret. Yeah, I had that one verse. Because earlier, beginning with Elder Tar, I mentioned about being simple or keeping it simple in doing the work. You know, some of you young guys out there, you wanna be the big guy. You know, you wanna, like Elder Tar said, you wanna show the apostles, the elders how it's done. You're taking on more than you can handle. The book of Romans 12:8, it says, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, which itself is a gift, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. So that's the key word there, simplicity. You got to keep it simple, man. The scriptures speak about Yahushua yoke is easy to bear. All right, so you know, that's the rule of the number one rule, keeping it simple, man. Don't try to, especially if you're a novice, don't try to come up and be all complicated and then you end up bugging the hell out.
Well, the perfect example is Alizé.
Yeah, exactly.
Alizé tried it, so no, they went off on this. Nope, that breakdown, they went off on that.
Yeah,
Come on, man. That's why you're bugging out, man.
that's right.
You know?
That's
And I'll
right.
say this, you an intelligent brother, you smart dude, you ain't no dummy. Hey, but you don't mistake being smart with being spiritual, man.
Exactly.
You can't force the spirit, man. The spirit will give it to you in due time. And the spirit of the Most High set up men to give it to you in due time. All right?
Yep.
This is Sirach, chapter 3, verse 21. It says, "Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength."
Oh man, well, that's what he did, Alizé. But you know what? There's some of you other guys are following. Some of you guys, and I'm talking about GMS members. Some of you so-called brothers in GMS are following down the path of Alizé, of Sakari, man. And we see it. But you know what? The Spirit of the Lord.
Real quick, yeah, we had a before we did this YouTube thing, man. We had many years of doing this thing. That's what you guys are just seeing the tip of the iceberg. They're seeing the tip of the iceberg. They haven't seen the full iceberg. We had many years of doing this, many years of marathon classes. Elder Tar used to lead back in the mid to late 90s. He used to have marathon classes. Start around 9:30 Saturday evening, finish 2 in the morning. Right?
To back up what you're saying, remember we used to do the cable shows?
Yeah.
And we used to start at like 10 o'clock at night on, let's say, a Friday, and be finished at like 5 in the morning on the day going Saturday, man.
Yeah.
When the sun coming up.
Birds are chirping.
Hey, we're just doing the show. Okay, that's one show. Okay, next
Right.
show. Next show. Get something to eat.
Right.
You know? Or have the food there. Wouldn't go. We had to eat the food.
Right.
Okay. All right, we're going to do another show. You know?
Right.
And that's how we did it, man. We would go. So you talking
years.
about 10, 11, 12, 11, 12. You talking about 7 hours of filming shows, man.
For years, and we did it.
And that would be shows that would go for the next couple of months.
Right.
Or however long it went, because it went
Right.
on different cable shows. But you know, the cable, was limited, man. But this YouTube thing, man,
Right.
and this Urim and this Storm thing, man, this is the thing, man. That's why every group is on this thing now, and they're utilizing it, man.
Right. Yeah, but these young guys, they see, and they think they can just leap over that.
Right. It
In
takes
other words,
experience.
the thing is, we've paid our dues, and boy, have we! It's a thing of paying your dues. That's what them young guys seem to forget. You got to pay your dues in this thing. And we had many years of marathon classes. We had many years of going to camp more than 3 times a week. All right.
Give me one time where the Great Millstone, I'm not talking about all of them, but all of them do this, or pretty much all of them. I'm talking about starting with us, that you ever went on the web and there was a time where you went to watch the new videos and there was nothing up.
Exactly.
Period. You couldn't find no new videos. Now, when Nate was doing it, people would say, well, where's the new videos? And
Right.
why'd you stop at 10 minutes?
Right.
Every week you getting bombarded. There's no way in the hell. It's humanly impossible for me to watch all the GMS videos, let alone the other Israelite videos, man.
That's right.
It's humanly impossible, man.
That's right.
And a lot of these videos that we do at the studio, sometimes I'll watch maybe the first 3 or 4 parts, and it might be a month later because I ain't watching. I'll watch the rest of it, man, because I'm watching other things I'm doing. Hey, this is about doing the work, man. That's why the scriptures speak about doing the work. That's why Yahweh Shai said, I have meat that you know not of. And we're constantly on the job. We can live our other life. You got things you got to do. You got to work. If you got a woman, you got this problem. You got that situation you got to deal with. Hey, but you know what? In between all of that, we get this working. This work is constantly. You cannot tell us that give us one situation that there's a week where no GMS videos is put up by any of the apostles or the elders or the elder statesmen or the captains or the officers or any of the other camps. There's always something new. There's always something new being brought up. Now, if it's not brought up at wait a minute, 2 years ago, well, that's Esau. He cut down out this, he cut. So we had to go other routes. That's what led us to open up the main page. And did you open up the new page? Yeah. Okay, good. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? GMS Tube YouTube 1. Okay, so. Okay. Oh, well, send me the. Well, put a video up. Put an intro on it. Just put an intro on it, man, and just explain. Hey, because our main page was down, and Apostle Gabar had called me out the blue, and I didn't. Well, brother, let me pray on it and let me fast for 2 days, and I'll get back to you. I just said, look, brother, just put up a YouTube page, and if that happens again, you put the videos up on that YouTube page, man. And that was it. The conversation was how long? Not even 5 minutes, right? And I said shalom. He said shalom, and that was it, man. Well, brother, let me meditate on this. And, let me smoke on this. Let me smoke my Himalayan sea salt.
Yeah.
I smoked on this. Now they'll use that. The mic, the hand mic. See, Tahar smokes. See, he smokes. Yeah. Here he is saying it, right? Yeah. That's what you do. Yeah, they smoke. See, GMS smokes.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke, nigga. Yeah. It's a damn joke, nigga.
Hip, man.
Okay? Well, they can't get jokes, man.
Yeah, you guys, well, you know what, man? I got this other scripture I want to bring out. See, it's spiritual. The reason why, like, the whole thing we're talking about, brothers want to try to go deep. That was a beautiful scripture that brother Demasha Pod brought out. And we got the brother Demasha Pod from, he's the leader of the Indiana camp in the studio with us. But anyways, you guys, you get messed up in the head and you go off and you trip out because you being a prophet or bringing out deep prophecies is not your office, man. And it's evident, man. And that's why y'all go off. That's why you go off, because you're trying to be somebody who you ain't, man. You see what I'm saying? Right here, 1 Corinthians 12:1. I'm going to jump around, right? I'm going to read the first verse. This is what Paul said. Now, concerning spiritual gifts, prophecy is a spiritual gift. Shit, man, whatever it is you do within the brotherhood, the Spirit of the Lord is on you to do that, whether it be a help, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, like Apostle Tahar said, whatever it is, man. Some brothers are good teachers, man. Like, they could teach the basics, and they could do it awesome, man. And people people can receive him, so to speak. They can get through, right? But he might not be a prophet, but he might be able to do it. We're talking about that. We got brothers like that right here in the main camp. Certain brothers that they're good. They can make a video, or when they go out on the camp, they teach very well. You know what I mean? Or do other things, right? Now, concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant, right? Now, I'm going to jump down to the 4th verse. Now, there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. So, look, man, don't worry about, I got to bring out, look, bro, I want to bring out a deep revelation. The elders is the Most High only going to reveal deep revelations to the elders only. Look, nigga, don't worry about that. Like Apostle Tahar said, right? Apostle Gabar said, and Apostle Tahar, and I know because I myself was there. Going back 20 years ago, and you dudes don't understand something, man. And you know, we gotta talk this way, man, because so knucklehead niggas can get it, man. Look, man, you guys, the majority of you brothers, look, man, not knocking y'all. Y'all only been in this thing about maybe 5-6 years the longest. I'm keeping it real with you, man. Am I lying? Because when did the YouTube thing, when did we really get on YouTube? 2007. So that's how many years ago? Okay, about 8 years. Okay, about 8 years. So, if anything, the majority of you brothers only been in this thing about maybe 8 years. 8 years y'all been in this thing. Compare that to Apostle Tahar, 30 years, over 30 years. Look, man, Apostle Tahar was doing this thing when some of you guys wasn't even born yet, man. Back in the 80s. I myself was still in high school, junior high school. And Apostle Tahar was out here doing the work. A couple of years later, I came into truth myself and Apostle Gabar in the very early, the beginning of the 90s, man. Which makes 25 going on 26 years. I mean, and you know what? And I don't give a damn if y'all niggas always boasting about how long they've been in the truth. We telling you the truth, man. Making a point. 20 going on 26 years of going out to camp, going through all kind of hell, okay, being arrested for the truth, out on the camp, doing the work in the cold, the heat,
Okay, let's go to Acts.
being
So
persecuted
Christ was
within the so-called
crucified and
brotherhood.
resurrected.
Okay, splits and all kind of madness that you could think of, man, that we have dealt with unjustly. You understand what I'm saying? And we were amongst the elders, man, the men that you learned about, but through us, King Marshal, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaikwab, man. Okay, you could say rub elbows with these men, broke bread with these men, and we've been around, man. So, okay, the Spirit of the Lord giving deep revelations to Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Rhyme Love, any of us, that's experience, man. That's why the scripture says what it says. Look, there are diversities, but the same Spirit. So look, man, if you ain't bringing out a deep revelation, don't worry about it. Whatever it is you're doing, it's the same. You're going to receive the same pence. You're going to receive that same penny, that same reward. If I'm not a prophet and I'm just a help, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a help, and I'm doing right by the brother, by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, man, right? I'm just saying, pre-adventure, I'll be one of the elect. I'm going to be delivered right alongside I'm going to be delivered right alongside the top prophet, right? If let's say if all I did was I go out to the camp and I teach, but I'm not really a prophet, and this brother that's sitting right next to me that's John the Baptist, I'm going to be delivered right along with John the Baptist, right?
I got something real quick for you.
Yeah, come on.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that...
You got brothers that, yo, man, all they may do is take care of brothers. The scripture said, Yahweh Shai said, look, man, if you give a brother a cold cup of water,
That's it right here.
you could be delivered. Yeah, read on.
It says, and he that receiveth a righteous man...
So I just gave him a cold bottle of
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Now, if he's John the Baptist, now you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, God.
If he's Jeremiah, then I'm in good with the Most High.
You're good with the most. Hey, God, that's true. That's true.
It
Hey,
says,
in the Spirit of the Lord, Apostle handing out water. But you know how these nigga, see, the nigga did it. You know, the scoffers.
yeah.
These guys are feeling themselves, man. These guys are feeling themselves, man. Yeah.
Okay, say if you get some deep revelation or whatever the case is, what the fuck does that really mean? Does that make you a guaranteed spot on a chariot? You know, you worried about getting a deep revelation as if that's going to make you going to be saved off of a deep revelation, man. That's nonsense, man. That's why I keep saying a lot of guys, the cock crew, as they say in Chicago, and a lot of these guys, you don't understand what you're involved in, man.
Gun.
All right, you're supposed to be.
But hold on, let me say something. You may get a deep revelation, but you bring it out. You know, you don't act like you figured it out. There's a scripture on there. I'm gonna get it in Corinthians. All right.
It,
If you got it, go ahead, bring one out.
oh, you got it? No. Okay, and I'm pretty sure because a lot of you guys try to do, and the scriptures tell you not to compare yourself with the elders and apostles. Because a lot of you try to sit there and talk about, the apostles corrected High Priest Ariah, this, that, and the third. But what you got to understand, first of all, man, the apostles been dealing. That's why it's important for you to bring out the time that the apostles been laboring in this work. They didn't in they first five years or whatever. They didn't sit there and say, "Man, Ariah, you went off, man. That wasn't done, man. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't done. But men come on, man.
See, I say this real quick. Then I'm gonna pass it on to Apostle Gabar. I'm glad you said that because you dudes will use that. Because you see because you know what? See, you guys, man, you better chill out, man. Because you guys will watch the videos and you'll see Apostle Tahar make certain statements. Look, Ariah went off, High Priest Ariah went off. But you got to realize something, man. Apostle Tahar been around for 30 years.
But hold up. But I was in the circle of Ariah when they had the meetings. They had the certain meetings going over certain scriptures. We had the other room. Remember the other room next door? Hey, not everybody can go up in there. The guys that went up in there was when they called that meeting on a Thursday. It was Marsha, Ariah, Yaikwab, Shah, Yeshaya, Lahab, Kazak, and then Johanna was in there. He was. Oh, Nate wasn't in there. Nate wasn't in there, man. Johanna, who you know as General Johanna, he was in that circle. Ariala. Certain other guys, I can mention certain other names, but there was maybe if 15 at the most. At all the people we had in the school, it was maybe when we had those meetings, when we went over spiritual things, we were the guys in that meeting, man. So I had a voice to say, well, look, you going off on that, you know?
Yep, con.
So I already established myself.
Con.
Okay, not you guys, man.
Con.
And that's why Alizé is going off, man.
Con.
He had no right to go on Polite Show, call himself representing Israel. He's trying to be the big buck, man. You know? And then what did we do? We got on his ass. You know? And then he came back, got mad, but then he realized he went off, man. Talking about they make angels on the Most High makes angels on other planets and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
But then it made him look foolish because he had to backtrack now. You know? He had to swallow his pride, but he didn't want to swallow his pride. You know? What you need to do, man, is sit your ass down and just shut the hell up and wait for your ministry if you are of the elect. If, providing that you are of the elect, okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah, con, man, because like you know what Apostle Tahar said? He was in that circle of the top elders, man, back then. And why? Because everything is spiritual. Okay? Because Apostle Tahar, that's just the way it is. When he came into the school many years ago, he was special. And the elders of the time saw that. Okay? And he came up, Apostle Tahar came up kind of somewhat fast in the spirit, man. But that's him.
Well, no, please don't, you know.
No, I'm not. I'm just speaking in the
I'm
spirit.
saying this, that kind of reminds me of Paul. Because it ain't like, I'm not saying I'm Paul.
And they're going to run with that.
And they're going to run with that. Hey, but when Paul got that ministry, he didn't see the apostle for 3 years. Because Yahweh Shai himself was teaching them. So the apostle Paul was special, man.
That's right.
Okay? It was after 3 years that he went and saw Peter. And he didn't see, he saw him, quick. And he went back to do what he had to do, man. Because he was already a master in the law.
That's right.
All right?
That's
right. That's right. Well, just like, okay, like let's say I want to create an MMA guy, right? And all this guy has is he's a Division I wrestler. Y'all can look that up. Division I, Division II wrestler. If you tell me you a Division I wrestler and you want to learn MMA, brother, I'm gonna teach your ass how to box. I'm gonna teach you all that shit, man. You know? I ain't no Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert, but I know all them locks. But you have that foundation, man. Because it's easy to take a wrestler, especially a Division I wrestler, and show him how to strike, show him how to kick, show him how to punch. And he already knows how to do the double leg takedown, especially if he's a freestyle wrestler. All right? All you got to do is teach him the joint manipulations, man. And he going to move quick. He going to move quick, man. So it's the same thing when the Apostle Paul got it. The Apostle Paul already was studied. The Apostle Paul was considered a learned man because he was raised up by a tutor. He spoke Greek and Hebrew, and he knew he was an expert on the law. And he said he was a Pharisee. The apostles, they were considered unlearned men. Yeah. Why? Because they wasn't raised up as experts of the law. Okay?
And even so, show you how balanced, even so, Peter is still over the Apostle Paul. Because Peter is the head.
That's right, but the Apostle Paul made a statement, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me go to that. Yep.
That's what he said.
That's right.
That's what he said. Because
exactly
who's really the head? Who did Yahweh Shai say that he will build his church on? He didn't say it to the Apostle Paul. He said it to Peter. I say that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. And Peter was considered an unlearned man. So that's that balance. That's that balance.
That's how the Spirit works.
That's
man.
how the Spirit works.
And it says here in 2 Corinthians 11, and starting from the top. 2 Corinthians 11 and 1. It said, would to the Most High, this is Paul speaking, would to the Most High, ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me, for I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband. So that represents us. What Paul is saying applies to us. Well, we went out there in July of 2007, and we set up the YouTube page and put up the first video. We were the ones that introduced y'all to knowing that you're an Israelite and Yahweh Shai gave you the name. We were the ones that introduced y'all to Mashah. You know who King Mashah and Ariah and High Priest Ariah and High Priest Yaquab. All right, you know who those gentlemen are because we were the ones that put up the videos. Nate didn't do that because Nate hated Ariah, man. He got a hatred for Ariah, High Priest Ariah. But all them breakdowns that he goes through, he got from Ariah, man. He ain't nothing but a goddamn mockingbird. You know what I noticed? I haven't even, you know how you go to Nate to see, I don't even really go to his page that much. This shit is like played out, man. I'll listen to it. I said, that's another Ariah breakdown. And he went off on that one, you know? That's right. He's like bell bottoms, man. Played the hell out, man. You know? Now, what we did was we introduced you to the heads that taught us, and we said that. We didn't say the Most High took us into heaven. We went to the planet Risk for 5 years, and we learned this knowledge, you know, from Yoda and shit like that on the Dagobah system. No, we ain't taught you all that bullshit, but you niggas will believe it, man. You know? Nate did that, man. Yeah, he made that all. They made that shit up about he got to fly on what 47th Street. There was no camp. There was no camp on 47th Street. The niggas are con artists, man. Just like Johanna. Oh, and Johanna, man, your boy Tazariak, man, he's like the top guy under you now, right? You had that cookout recently, and then you had a cookout last year, and this guy Sarnetta got your ass. He brought this guy that's claimed to be an African. He said, can I go to your cookout? He said, no, because you're a Hamite. Let me ask you a question. If Nas was in the area and he was somewhat conscious, he was looking for the truth or whatever, whether he's an Israelite, he heard your videos, he heard Sarnetta's videos, would you allow Nas, would you not allow Nas to your cookout? And you said nasty Nas Escobar. Would you invite him to your cookout, Mr. Ether Man? Huh? Well, you know what? He's a Hamite. Okay? He's of the Yoruba tribe, a Nigerian, man. So, well, according to what you mean?
No, you said he's a Hamite.
According to them, he's a Hamite. Yeah, you know.
According to them,
So Nas is a Hamite. He's a Hamite, but no, he is a Hamite because he's from the land of Ham, right? So would you let Nas come to your cookout? Because Nas is a Hamite. His line goes back to Yoruba in Nigeria. What about Queen Latifah? She's I believe she's Igbo, man. Which is Nigerian. Cameroon. Yep. That's TD Jakes, would you allow TD Jakes? And you're gonna find out, and all the flavor in Africa is coming out of West Africa, man.
West Africa.
Why is that? Mensa Musa, where was he? Western Africa, man. Huh? Ain't nothing coming out of the east side or the north side.
What's that actor's name? No.
I don't know about that, brother.
Blair
Underwood.
Blair Underwood.
He's Nigerian.
Blair Underwood.
He's Nigerian.
Blair Underwood.
The dude that played in The Butler, the son that became a Black Panther, he's Nigerian. Who else? There's a lot of people. Forrest Whitaker.
Sade,
Nigerian. Ibu. What's this guy? Morgan Freeman is Igbo. So there's a lot of guys y'all gonna turn away from that. You know, hey, Morgan Freeman come by with that scarf around his neck. You know, with the trench coat on, saying, "Can I have a piece of chicken? Can I have some chicken?" Hey, they're gonna let him in, man. They're gonna let him in. They're gonna kiss his ass too. You know, hey. So when you want to get the full understanding of things, you got to come to the apostles and the elders on down of Great Millstone, man. Right. Hey, we give you the Most High jumped on me. Them new moons, man. Right. Every time before the new moon come in, I go into it, man. You know. Now I was going into something. I don't know if I put it on my favorites, but I was reading some article. The new moon the whole new moon cycle, you have the new moon, right? And then you have the new moon has nothing to do. The new moon is a Sabbath, but the new moon Sabbath has nothing to do with the rest of the Sabbaths. But the new moon, that's when you base your new Sabbath on, right? So now you got 4 Sabbaths basically, which is a 28-day cycle. After that 28-day cycle, then you have the new moon coming in. So that's why when you compare it to the Gregorian calendar, you see that it goes off. Sometimes, like this dude, Tazadakba, what's his name? The guy we saw was a Hamite. Yeah, Tazajoke, whatever. When I put the calendar together, a couple of months later, he called me out, tried to make me look bad. I don't know if he tried to make me look bad, but he said, well, wait a minute, so you made the new calendar, and there's 2 new moons in the same month. So I said, yeah, because you got in Esau's calendar, or the Gregorian calendar, you have 31 days. So of course you're gonna have 2 months, 2 moons in 1 month, because you're thinking this man's calendar. You got to go out this man's calendar, man. So when you deal with that whole cycle, then you understand there's 4 Sabbaths, 28 days. Then the next day, actually day and a half, that's when the new moon come in. Okay, you guys don't even know how many days is in a month. And when I say month, I'm talking about a lunar month. That's where the word come from, man. So that's why the Spirit jumped on me every time, a couple of days or a week before the new moon come in. I put a little short video up showing when the new moon come in. Okay, but anyway, let me go back to this. I'm gonna pass it to another apostle. Okay. It said, would to the Most High you could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with powerly jealousy. For I have espoused you, engaged you, married you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Yahushua. All right? Third, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve, the woman, through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahushua. Because a lot of you young guys, you want to be the top dogs, but you're being deceived by these spiritual demons, man. The scriptures speak about being a novice, lest he be lifted up with pride and come under the condemnation of the devil. All right. 4, for if he that cometh preaches another Jesus. Now what is another Jesus? When we all came from the main school, we were taught that the Most High's name was Yahweh and the Son's name was Yahushua. So where did Nate come along with Christ? He went off, man, but he said that we sold out because we changed the doctrine. Nigga, you changed the doctrine. You took the number 1 key out of the doctrine, which is the Lord's name. You don't even say Yahweh. You notice he don't say Yahweh, or he don't say Yahushua. He'll say Most High in Christ. It says, for if he that cometh preaches another Jesus, meaning Christ, whom ye have not preached, and we never preach that, or if ye receive another spirit, this guy's coming with another spirit, man, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. It says, for I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. And that describes us to a T.
Yeah, and the Apostle Tar just read in that scripture where it says the simplicity that's in Yahushua, because this truth is very simple. You know, some of you guys make it complicated. That's why the Apostle Paul made this statement, 2 Corinthians 3 and 12. Seeing then that we have such hope, meaning the hope of salvation through the blood of Yahushua, we use great plainness of speech, So basically it's plain, it's simple. That's why most people don't want to accept it, because it's too easy, But that's how the Most High made it. He made this world, they want you to complicate everything. Everything has to be like in a certain curriculum, and you have to go to this scholar and go to that scholar and go to this book and go to that book and compare this. It's easy, man. Like, what was it, Floyd Mayweather's father or Roger? One of them said it's easy. It's super simple. It's plain. And the Lord said to make it plain and write it upon tables. So when you speak the truth is very simple. It's not complicated, but you guys want to make it complicated because you're looking for that justification, or should I say, trying to think of the word, like reverence, from other people, to get that vainglory, the water, That's why you're doing it.
And that's what women do too. That's what women, man. Women make things more complicated than what they are. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence." This is what the Apostle Paul was writing. He said, not just when I'm there, but even more so when I'm not there. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what it all boils down to, man. It ain't no thing of, the apostle's going to see me come with a breakdown or do a whole bunch of videos. Nah, man, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. With the fear that even though you did all that work, you still might not make it, man. Like Yahushua said, I'm an unprofitable servant. You got to have that fear and tremble, man. You don't be sitting up there trying to get beside yourself and complicating. Like a lot of young bro, y'all be asking questions and stuff that you... Stupid fucking questions. That's the best way to say it. Stupid fucking questions, man. And we in the end, man. We ain't got no time for all that stupidness, man. Stupid shit, man. And that's why pretty much, man, hey, I'm gonna curse you the fuck out. You ask me some stupid shit, man. Because, man, we ain't got no time for that, man. All this stuff going on, all these prophecies and everything that's taking place. You see down in South Carolina right now. Okay, come on. Out there in South Carolina, they're in martial law right now, man. That's something to be spoken of, man. The floods, over 500-something roads were shut down, man. The Most High ran through there with judgment, man. Because that's the time we ain't in the time of fucking simplicity, man.
Hey, since you said that, I'm getting right to you. Hey, this is an article that somebody sent to me. This particular brother sent. His name is not important at this time, but he sent me a lot of stuff. This is, I'm just going to read the headline. It says, Venezuelan government tells citizens to eat fried rocks as food shortages caused by socialist policies threaten widespread starvation. Okay?
That's the word. Like the scriptures say, at the end it shall speak. That's the prophecy speaking, man. These are things that you should be concerned with, because why? The more these prophecies come to pass, the closer Yahushua is to coming back. And once Yahushua comes back, he ain't coming back to play. He's coming back to take this devil down and to deliver his elect and set up his kingdom. Like my man said in Blood In, Blood Out, the Vato from Aslan is going to come back and set up the kingdom of the homeboys back, in so many words. So basically, because we don't like living like we live in.
I'm sorry. He was actually talking about Yahushua. Because when Yahushua left the apostles, he went to the other side of the world, and he taught them Gadites and them different tribes that he's coming back. What was his name in the movie? Not Kukulkan. Khan. Quetzalcoatl is supposed to be Yahushua.
Órale, mijo. This is Quetzalcoatl, the great Aztec poet king. He ruled the kingdom of Aztlán that was from Mexico all the way up here to Califas.
Sexy mamazota.
Pay attention, pelao. I'm gonna teach you all about Aztlán, because this vato's coming back someday to reclaim the Raza's kingdom. But yeah?
That's right. You know, and they and all the tribes on this side of the world have a similar story to that.
That's right.
You know how you had the feathered serpent that came over here and told them that one day the Lord is going to come back and redeem them. You know, but he didn't give them a certain time. He just told them that he was going to bring them back to the Father. Why? Because this was the other sheep that were not of the fold that was over in Jerusalem. You know, so if you look at all them different tribes, a majority of them have a story of Yahushua coming to this side of the world. You know, and the reason why he came as a feathered serpent with the gold and silver and all that, you know, was because, you know, in the scriptures, it refers to Yahushua as the serpent that bit the people in the wilderness. You know, that's said. Just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, you know, Yahushua is going to be lifted up to basically redeem the elect at this time back to the Father.
Yep. Some stories amongst Gad, I know for a fact, they actually said that it was a black man.
Yeah.
He can't. Some of the stories, what I know, they actually said, yeah, a black man came out the sky. You know.
That's beautiful you said that, because they'll tell you Quetzalcoatl and Kukulkan were white men, but that was Esau through the Mormons that flipped. You know, they spiritually flipped the color of the Lord to fit them, because they were trying. You know, that was part of the deception of the whole world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, I had a scripture too, man. We talking about brothers trying coming up in this truth, what you're supposed to be doing, or the spirit you're supposed to be in. 1 Timothy 3:9. I'm gonna start at 9, right? Because when you read at the top, it's talking about this is a true saying: if a man desire the office of a bishop, right, he desireth for good work, right? And then it goes into it. But I just want to hit some of the main points. A bishop, which you got guys calling themselves bishops and all that. That's a teacher, right? A teacher of the word, a brother that's teaching the truth, a leader of other men, right? You guys want to be leaders. You want guys to lead you. You want to stand up and show that you somebody so other men can follow you and you want to be this big time leader, right? And we had a guy that was in GMS that was like that. You know, y'all know who I'm talking about. He wanted to be that guy, right? And he came up short, man, right? 1 Timothy 3:9. Right? Right. 1 Timothy 3:9. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. See that? This is something that you're supposed to do. Right? A pure conscience, your spirit got to be right. You can't be doing this work deceitfully, man. In other words, you can't be in pursuit of vain glory. That's not a pure conscience, man. You want to bring out revelations, and you want to, like Sakari. He's not holding the mystery of, because this is a mystery, the mystery of the faith, because everybody don't know. The majority of the world don't know what we know. Even other Israelite groups don't know what we know. Because when we tried to enlighten them on it, they went nuts. They went crazy. The so-called rape issue, the lunatic Sabbath. So now that's why Apostle Tahar, which I think is beautiful, we cut you niggas off now. Fuck you. We ain't telling you nothing. We ain't breaking nothing down to you, man. Well, look, man. Well, explain it to me, okay? No, nigga, we ain't explaining nothing to you, man. Like Baloo. That's why all these years the nigga can't get it. He gets all messed up. Then he try to be sneaky and then go to some of them other camps. Because certain brothers, I guess, was dealing with him, so-called cutting them. He said, okay, well, look, explain it to me. And then the Apostle told him, look, man, no, don't explain shit to that nigga. We ain't giving it to you, man, because it's a mystery, only for the elect. Okay? So that's what that's holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. That means you got to be sincere about teaching this word. You can't be out here because you just want to get vain glory. You want to heap disciples unto yourself. You just want to be a guy that have other guys following you. Okay? And let 10th verse, and let these also first be proved. Right? See? we was talking about it earlier. We've been proved, bro. The apostles and some of the elders, and how can I confirm that? All the years that we put in and we still here. Like I said earlier, man, we've been through all. Look, man, we done been arrested for this truth. We done lost our so-called families for this truth. Talking about women and children. Okay, we done been persecuted amongst the brothers in the truth and the people in the world. We didn't have the police come up. People threaten our lives. We didn't have motherfuckers trying to kill us. Guns shot at us. All come in. All kind of anything, any type of hell that you could think of. We've been through all this, man. A lot of you guys haven't been through nothing yet, but yet you want to come and try to, you ain't been through shit. That's why y'all popping that shit, man. Yeah, but you know what, man? You okay? What you ask and you shall receive, man. You keep on. You want to be the top guy? Then you know what? Along with the, man, along with all that so-called knowledge comes a batch of demons from Satan. Okay, because the more you come up in the spirit, or the more so-called rank. Okay, good. You got the good part, but you got to get the bad too. Much is given, much is required. That's in the scriptures, right? So guess what? You guys, I hope you're ready for the demons that you inherit.
That demon is on Sakari right now.
That demon is on Sakari right now. And that's what happened to a lot of guys. That's what happened to the guy that I mentioned, right? I ain't going to mention his name, but a guy that he wanted to be the top guy. He wanted to be this, that, and the other. But that dude, I'm the type of dude, right? But when them demons took hold, man, he couldn't handle that. Along with some other guys, man. The Patak out in Chicago and all them other jokers. And that's happening to certain other guys now. They want to be the guy, but then when the demons come, man, they freak out, man, and lose it, man. Look, man, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he will bring you to the borders of insanity, man. And it's truth. There's times when you think you just totally losing your mind, okay? But then that's when you got to pray to the Lord, man.
That's that scripture. As though a strange thing has happened to you. The Apostle Paul spoke about that. I got a quick precept for you. I'll give it right back to you. Because John, James, and John, they asked Yahushua, they granted that we could sit. Well, actually, it was James and John's mother asked Yahushua, can my son sit at your right hand and your left hand? And this is what Yahushua said. He said, but Yahushua answered and said, ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink the cup that I shall drink of? So they wanted that position, but Yahushua said, are you able to drink the cup to merit that position? Drink the cup meaning to deal with the hell that comes with that position. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They said unto him, we are able. And he said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup. All right? So, hey, like Sakari, you drinking of that cup now. And that drink is strong and it's knocked you on your ass. You can't deal with that drink, man. All right? Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, because the scriptures speak about the mixture. I think that's in Psalms, the mixture, the wrath of the Heavenly Father. I know the word mixture is in there. Ye shall drink indeed of my cup and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. See all the hell that Yahushua caught? All right? But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give. And that's another scripture that proves that there's a separation of the Heavenly Father and Yahushua, that they're not the same. Because if that's the case, Yahushua would be able to give that position. Oh, sure, no problem. What do you want? You want this position? You got it. He said, it's not of me to give any position, but my Father. All right? Let me read again. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. All right? So the point is that you want those high positions, you better be able to deal with the high demons that come with them. All right? Those of you that's seeking for that high position. All right?
Like David Bowie said, fame. They want that fame, right? But it said, I'm gonna get to you, brother. Right? But like I said, I'm gonna read this again. 1 Timothy 3:10. Let these also first be proved. Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, hey, man, you got to have a good report, man. Let them first, but you got to be proved. You got to be proved. You got to be battle tested, man. You got to be battle tested. A lot of you got battle tested, man. And we see it. Because we see brothers is falling off. I'm talking about GMS. You had a guy come down to the camp, Snoop Dogg. He came down to the camp one Saturday and just told the boy, we hadn't got down there yet. And he told one of the other captains, yeah, brother, I'm going to resign. And, you know, I just can't, I'm going through stuff. I got to try to I got to find myself. Right? And then I got down there and the guy hung around and he came and talked to me. And I said, yeah, Elder, you know, I ain't going to be in the camp because, you know, I just got to kind of find myself. And you know what, man? I didn't even try to convince, okay, look, brother, you got to stay. I said, okay, brother.
Well, that was a perfect moment to have this guy, Joe Clark, there and shit. How you going, son? You'll be dead in a year. You quit now, yeah. Oh, because you go. Hey, yeah, use that speech. Oh, you giving up, huh? You'll be dead in a year, son. You'll be dead in a year.
In a year.
And normally that's how long it takes, brother. You see the guy, he tries to go out and shit. You can see him dwindling in the spirit, man. All of a sudden, you don't see his ass no more, man. Yep. Dead, spiritually dead in a year.
Yeah, that's it.
I got
they played the sad music and shit. It was all emotional.
No, that word right there, what the apostle just read, for proved, the word there is dokimazo, right? Uh-oh. The word dokimazo in the Greek means to test, examine, prove, scrutinize to see whether a thing is genuine or not, as metals, to recognize as genuine.
Proved, right? Is that proved?
Proved, yep.
See?
Yep.
Hey, now, yeah, and swords. Like swords, like when they used to forge swords in the water, and they had to temper the sword, and then after they formed the sword, it was tempered. Then they had to test it to make sure that, let me see if this thing cuts accurately, man. Yep. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you see?
Oh, matter of fact.
You see? Now check this out. We're going to jump over to the 4th chapter, 1 Timothy 4 and 11, right? 1 Timothy 4 and 11. These things command and teach. Let no man despise his youth, but be thou an example of the believers in the word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the prosperity. Right? Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. See, now you got to do all this. You got to be serious about this thing. You got to really be into this thing and pray. You see what it said, right? So that's what you young brothers should be doing. Just study the scriptures. The portion that you was given, take it, eat that little portion, right? And it's teach that. Just stick with the basics, man.
Yeah, you don't got to curse out a woman go walk by and you say, look at that hole and look at that. We don't even do it. If you check us out, we just teach. We got the audience there. We got the cloud of witnesses, right? And we just teach. You know, we just go to this scripture, go to that scripture, you know. Just teach. Just bring this out, you know. You know, a lot of you guys and a lot of you GMS camps out there, a lot of you guys are young guys. You got like young camps. And they're not seasoned. And you know, they want to come on that rah tip, you know? And that's when trouble come at you, man. Yep. You got to settle down and you got to teach these scriptures, man. Just go into the scriptures, man. Okay? We never lose, all right? It says here in 1 Corinthians 3 and 12, right on down, it says, now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall test every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide with which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. So all you guys are our fruit. You came in through us, all right, or by way of us. in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, if any man's work shall be burnt, you know, had guys that didn't make it, you know, that fell out, went back into the world and so forth, he shall suffer loss. So we shall suffer loss. You know, if you summon in certain guys, you teaching, and a certain number of guys come in under you, you know, or under the so-called leadership, and certain, let's say 25%, you know, fall off or whatever. That ain't your problem because you did the work. You know? It says tell them whether they hear or forbear, you know? It says 15 again. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. All right? So if you lose the fruit that you brought in, guess what? You're still going to be saved because it's already established that you're going to be delivered. So whether you got fruit, whether the fruit stayed with you or stayed in this thing or went back out, it doesn't matter. Just do the work. And like I said before, like Nate, you know, he's got all this extra curriculum, like the ISUPK. They got a thing where they had a thing last week with the women know how to share your man, and they had an actual lecture, and you had to pay to go there. Look, man, ISUPK, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not dealing with them guys. The Most High is not, the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not dealing with Tazariak, all right? He's not dealing with Johanna. He's not dealing with Nate. He's not dealing with Nate Zombies. He's damn sure not dealing with the GOCC. He ain't dealing with none of them guys. He ain't dealing with FOPI. He ain't dealing with the HODC, which they're not even the real house of David. That's the house of Saul, man.
Yep, that's right.
All them guys are going to be destroyed, man. All them guys are going to be broken up. Now, can members of that crew come out of that? Yes. Okay? But as that foundation that they got, that's not the foundation that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is dealing with, man. That's the foundation that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is dealing with is the true house of David, which is a great millstone. All right, all right.
I get one more, man, and Timothy's, man, one more, man. Yeah, it's real talk about these, you know, because I don't know, the spirit is just on, because we were talking about it, and the spirit is on me to keep, because you got a lot of creeps in GMS, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, and like Andrew Jackson said, we shall rout you out.
Like Sakari,
Yeah, he's a double creep. Okay, but the thing is this, man, you got other little rodents running around, guys, and we know who you are. You got one guy you supposed to use. Here it is. You were given an order to go and work with a particular brother in a camp, and you're busy running around the country, man. You know what I'm saying? See, you know what, man? How about Shimmy? How I see you, man? And the Lord gonna deal with you, man. Okay? You're supposed to be doing the work. You out here chasing behind some goddamn woman.
Is he still doing that?
Well, the last report I got, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, talking about you gonna do the work. You ain't gonna do the work, man.
So what state is he in now?
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're playing games. But you know what? You're playing games. See, but you know, guys like that, you guys that's playing games, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gonna deal with you. Look, man, the camp, that camp, we already talked. Look, the camp leader for that camp, he's already set. He's running the show as far as the camp go, man. Not you. Okay? And the brothers in the camp, man, you follow the appointed camp leader that you was told to follow. Okay? That's it, man. All you other guys, fuck you, man. Okay? And now it's out there. Okay? And I'll say it, man. Okay? The North Carolina camp, the brother that's set in that camp, Hashiah, he's the camp leader. And anybody that he's over that whole region, that was the order that was given, right? Apostle to our gate or Hashiah, he's dealing with North Carolina, and if there's anybody in South Carolina, you report to Hashiah. That's the order, man. Anybody else, fuck you, man. Okay? That's why you guys get mad, because you get called in your shit, then you turn into a homo, a bitch, okay, and start acting like a demon. Then a lot of you guys become chief scoffers, like Sakari. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Chief scoffer. That's it, man. You get mad, man. Yeah, because he all about Shimmy out shot, man. And what you got? Let me explain something to you guys, man. We didn't seen this thing before. We didn't seen jokers like you. And I'm look, man. The shoe fit, wear it. I'm not talking about all the GMS brothers, of course. I'm talking about the demons that's in GMS, man. We didn't seen all you niggas before. I'm talking about the niggas, the guys that ain't right. That's what the fuck we've been talking about all this time, man. We've been around for all these years, man, going back to 1 West. A nigga that ain't right, you can see him. A dude that's getting weak and flaky, you can see it, man. We may not always say that, man, but just, okay, yeah. We talk about it amongst ourselves, man. A guy that's ruled by his woman, a woman, okay? A goddamn woman, man. But that's okay, man. That's your stumbling block, man. How about you try to use a woman to get you out of there? Then that's good. Then you out of there. Good, man. Go be with your woman. You gotta go find yourself. Go find yourself, man. Until the missile drops on top of your head, man. Find yourself up and waking up one day in a concentration camp, man. Okay? But I'm gonna read this, man. 1 Timothy 1:4, right? Neither give heed to fables, and some of you guys are doing that, coming up with your own doctrines, like my boys out there in Gold Coast or whatever. Yep. The atonement is not a fast, it's a feast. Okay? That's a fable.
For serving their own belly.
Gun. All right? And endless genealogies which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do. Stick to the scriptures. See, you come up with it because you want to be deep. Oh, yo, brother, I think this some stupid, dumb. What's the word we've been talking about? Some stupid, dumb revelation that you think you came up with, and the shit is off. And then you end up misleading other brothers, man. There's no godly edifying in that. See, the 5th verse.
You got to go into damage control.
Then the apostles got to come back. The elders, we got to come back and do damage control. Because then you got other brothers calling us, asking stupid questions and shit that some other fucking idiot then told them, man. You see? And then some of you guys will go and call brothers in other camp. That's why you camp leaders, like Apostle Tahar always say, y'all got to know what's going on in your camp, man. Don't expect us to do it. You got to know what's going on in your camp, man. You got some madness going on and shit. And guys calling over here, look, man, you gotta know what's going on in your camp. If some crazy doctrine is coming up in the camp leader, second in command, that's what you got at first, second and third in command. That's why you're a camp leader. And then you got other point men in there, man, sergeant of arms. Like Apostle Tahar said, man, if you got some of you guys that can't, if you can't lead the camp, then your ass gonna be taken out, and we're gonna find somebody who can run the camp right, man. Apostle Tahar said that how many times?
Countless.
But that's what's going to happen, man. Okay, the camp leader, you just be moved out the way, man. Just go sit down, man. And another guy going to be put in there that could do the job right, man. Okay? You had something around loud?
Yeah, if you're a camp leader, if you see some mold in the house, you got to get rid of that mold, or else that mold is going to taint the whole house. You know, you got to get rid of these elements, man, that are around that are causing all that strife and division, you know?
I'm going to read on, right? Because, hey, man, this is Paul. And this is what Paul was saying to them back then. Now, the end of the commandment is charity, out of a pure heart. There we go again. Yep. Not doing the work of the Lord deceitfully, okay? And of a good conscience and of faith, unframed, from which some, having swerved, have turned aside onto vain jangling.
Yep. Vain jangling.
See? Bullshit. Their own little doctrines and madness. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say, nor whereof they affirm. You see what I'm saying? But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully, right? Now, check this out. I'm going to jump down, right? To the 19th verse, right? 1 Timothy 1:19, right? Holding faith and in a good conscience, which some, having put away concerning faith, have made shipwreck. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, you got guys that start going off, and then they cause other niggas to go off. Yep. You leave other brothers spiritually shipwrecked, man. Mislead other brothers, man. That cancer we talked about. Yep. See, Paul, that was going on back then. Wicked nigga. And you camp leaders, you better know what's going on. You got guys in your camp, man. Or who knows? Maybe sometime you might have the damn camp leader might be off. You see what I'm saying? Right? Of whom is Hymenaeus and Alexander. Hymenaeus. It went off. Can you hear me? Testing? Okay. Hymenaeus, Alexander, whom I have delivered unto Satan, that they may learn not to blaspheme. So you know what, man? Paul put curses on them niggas, man. Paul said, you guys belong to Satan now. He cast them out. Okay, these two wicked niggas. And you know what, man? Through the spirit of Yahweh, we're going to do the same thing, man. We will do the same thing. We have done it. Like case in point, like you, Sakari, you've been cast over to Satan, man. He's been cast over to Satan. And now Satan is eating them alive, man. From the inside out. You see certain other guys, man. Yeah, you got something? Elder Menazat?
Yeah, basically, hey, the bullshit is over, man. Hey, the time we in now is judgment. The Most High is judging America. The Most High is judging the wicked amongst Jake. He's judging Esau. All right, now this is the book of Psalms, chapter 75. I'll start at the first verse. It says, unto thee, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do we give thanks. Unto thee do we give thanks. For that thy name is near thy wondrous works declared, which they go the name of the Lord. The scriptures always mention the name of the Lord, showing you that we're supposed to know the name of the Lord, and we're not supposed to conceal it and hide it and play games with it. You know, you're supposed to declare the name of the Lord. Verse 2, when I shall receive the congregation, I will judge uprightly, which we are judges. You got that coon fear clown talking about, we're not your judges. Homosexual, we're not here to condemn you. We're not the judges. He's going off, man. And that's a Judas goat for you, man. He's leading all them niggas that's down there right now listening to his stupid ass. He's leading all them niggas to the slaughter, man. And he's a wicked judge, man. Exactly. Because according to what the Apostle Gabar said, according to the scriptures, we are the judges. That's right. All right. That's why King David said, that's right.
Spiritual man, judge of all things, but is judge of no man. And we are spiritual men. Yep. Farrakhan, he ain't there's nothing spiritual about him. You know, he's just a what do you call it? A pawn of the so-called white man, a pawn of the bankers.
Yep, he's just your regular Baptist ass nigga preacher, man. Yeah. That quotes from the Bible and not the Quran. Yeah. You know, so the Lord said, the earth and all the inhabitants thereof are dissolved. I bear up the pillars of it, because that's what's going to happen to the earth, meaning the rulers of this earth, man, because those nuclear missiles are going to be fired, man. All right? That's why you got the situation going on over there right now, still in Syria, man. You got Russia doing all these different air raids and strikes and everything, which that's the Lord. The Apostle Tar did videos on it, and the other brothers did videos on it. That's the Lord in Ezekiel. That's World War III, man. The Most High is putting the hooks in Russia's jaws, man. All right, and they're scoffing at the U.S., man. All right, but that's what. Yep, go ahead, bring it out.
This article on BBC News. It says Syria conflict. Russia intensifies airstrikes. Russia is increasing the number of airstrikes against Islamic State in Syria. Its defense ministry has said it cited a significant increase in the number of ground targets located by the air base and space-based reconnaissance teams across Syria.
Now check that out, man. That's what's going on right now. All right, and what is the United States doing? Because you got all these people saying, oh, which Obama did get, he got punked, right? But guess what? Because they know that Russia ain't playing, man. They know that Russia got that capability to launch those missiles and destroy America, man, or destroy over there in Israel. Okay, because if when that war goes on with Iran, you think Russia's going to sit back and let the U.S. just bomb Iran right along with Israel? Hell no. According to the prophecy, they're going to get all into it. That's why what they're doing now over there in Syria, the scriptures say, don't the scriptures say that Russia's going to be a guard into these nations? So that's what Russia's doing. They're playing their part according to the prophecy, man. You see, so that's beautiful, man. We in a time of prophecies.
So is this a time for dudes to be playing games? You guys don't know what you're into. Some certain brothers don't know what they're into. This is serious business, man. This is serious business. These Edomites, cops, they out here messing Jacob, and that's the scriptures, man. We keep talking about the day of Jacob's trouble. Jake, man, and you in the beginning stages of it, man. You're in the beginning stages of it because these little cops beating up, choking a few niggas out. I saw something online earlier. Another cop in New York, looked like it was Long Island somewhere. He just had the nigga in the chokehold, and they were recording this. The nigga woman in the back screaming. They choked the nigga so hard his eyes almost popped out of his head. They said he looked like one of them old niggas from back in the days, and they choked him so bad. But that's the beginning of it, man. You see?
Yeah, since you said that, this is more information. This is, I'll just read the headline. It says, Alert, UN military invading America with Obama's blessings. And this is from October 6, 2015. And I think this is during the UN General Assembly, if I'm not mistaken. This is from flatoutunconstitutional.com. It says, this is no longer a conspiracy theory. This is coming to America now. We the people must put a stop to it immediately. And when you read into the story, which I'm not going to do, it's a UN peace force, you can call it. You know how they have the UN peace forces, UN forces in a nation to quell certain situations. Well, now it's open to America because the U.S. is a signatory, with the UN itself. So if they can go to other countries and do that, they can damn sure come to your country, all right? So this is the end of your the U.S. Sovereignty and the end of the Constitution. And then I hope people out there keeping up with the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, because Hillary's backing off from that because she was for it for the last I don't know how many years, and Barack is trying to push it through. But now once that's pushed through, if you understand it, basically the U.S. loses its sovereignty. You can have certain drugs or certain foods or certain things that are not healthy be exported to this country and without warning labels. So the U.S. courts can't overturn, the decisions that are made with other courts outside this country. All right. So like I said, this is the beginning of the end for the sovereignty of the United States. And like I said in the beginning of this show that we did, or that we're doing, you see what's happening over there in Syria. So things, like I said, things are happening. The prophecies are coming to pass. We're almost at the end of this thing, we're most likely going to make it to the year 2016. And each year we say it gets hotter. And it's been hot every year. Since really going back to 2001 when the World Trade Center went down. The World Trade Centers. So 2016 is right around the corner. Everything's moving fast, man. You got something?
This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. So what you see going on over there with Russia and Syria and America getting involved in that, that's basically the beginning of your downfall. Because that's what's going to draw you in. You know, because you're trying to be the, you know, you're the superpower of the earth, but you have other superpowers that are ruling also. You know, and when you go up in there, you try to play your checkers. Russia's gonna checkmate you, because you know they're gonna play chess on your ass. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth his weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So these weapons that Russia has, which they say are far more superior than the weapons in America, you know, their missiles and their technology, their stuff is far more superior to your bullshit missiles over here.
You know, the Russians got a missile called Sickle.
Check that out. You know, you had something?
No, I had an article on my page how they was talking about the Russian nukes is over 40 years more advanced than the American nukes. You know, I got it on my page called GMS Vent. You know, they're saying that the Russian capability is somewhat sci-fi to American technology. You know.
Yeah, that's right. And the reason why, and the Most High on high is the one that gave them that technology. You know,
the scientists on high.
That's right. That's right. You know, he gave these Smiths, which are these scientists, that technology to create these weapons to bring forth his indignation, because the Most High got that cup, so he had to prepare the weapons to bring that cup so he can pour that cup on you, and that cup being that nuclear fire.
Yeah, Revelation 14 and 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust ye in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. In other words, it's ready for this sucker to be destroyed, man. 16 verse. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. So it's the time for you devils, you white people, you Edomites, you sons of Canaan or Cain, to go down, man. It's time for you to go down, man. It's done. This place is done, man. Everybody's uproars among the people are all over the planet, man. This place, they can see through your lies. Hey, this so-called presidential election coming up is a fucking joke. I mean, it's a joke.
Back in Jeremiah 50 and 26, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, and the time of their visitation. Because it's time for you to be visited. You know, like Apostle Charles just read, you know, thrust in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. So it's the time of your visitation. It says, slay all her bullocks, which is your military, your men, your forces. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. So it's time for you to be visited from the Most High on high. It says, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, our power, the vengeance of his temple. Because see, you devils, you want people to pay when they do something to you. But you don't want to pay for what you did to the so-called Negroes here in slavery. You don't want to pay for what you did to the Taino Indians and the Arawaks and the Incas and the Mayans and all the different other tribes. You don't want to pay for that. So the Lord is going to drop those missiles on your ass so you can pay for all the slaughter that you committed on the planet. You know? It says, to the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon. That's these different nations that have the missiles, and even the missiles come. And even those confederate nations that are down with you are going to shoot those missiles at you.
Yeah, and with that, we're getting ready to close. Anybody have any closing thoughts? Any closing scriptures? Bring it out now. Come on now. You got them scriptures. Come on now.
This is Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Come. It says, though it tarry, wait for it.
I'm glad, though it tarry. Because it seemed like it's tarrying, because back in 2000, the end was supposed to come. It didn't come. 15 years later, we still here. But in the midst of that, a lot of you guys fell off and went back in the world, man. I got to go find myself, or just saying, man, you know, you went back in the world, lost faith. The scripture said, and you guys read the scripture, though it tarry, wait for it. Read on.
It says, because it shall surely come, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It's not going to tarry, man. And a lot of you guys are going to get caught with your pants down, bent over, man. When Yahweh Shah come back, you're going to be like, oh, shit. But it's going to be too late, and then you're going to be destroyed by the missiles. Good, that's it. So you guys is playing games and fucking around and stuff like that, shuckling and jiving with, like a famous guy that we know used to say, which he was doing the same thing, and he going to be destroyed by the missiles, Yashawan. But you guys is shuckling and jiving and playing games, and because like the scripture the Mashapah just read, they will not tarry, it will surely come. And you can see the signs of it.
Yeah, it says here in Revelation 16 and 15, backing up on what you just said about them being caught with their pants down. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
And that's not talking about Nate. See, that's why you got to make sure we have these garments. That's why you should have. The garments is the knowledge. I ain't talking about them purple panda. Look, brother, I paid you got to make sure you have your fringes. It's not talking about that. The knowledge, man, and the guys left it.
Yeah, I'm going to put this vibration out again. The IUIC is going to be crushed. It's going to be destroyed. The Most High, that's not, that foundation is a false foundation, all right? You guys going out on the highways and byways is in vain, all right? Yeah. You need to leave Nate, man, because Nate is not the way, all right? That's not your God. Johanna's, Johanna's thing, that ISUPK is a fucking joke, man. And that thing is getting ready to get squashed. The GOCC, that's going to be squashed. Dopey, they're going to be squashed, okay? The HODC, all them guys, man. Now you got all 5 and 6 different groups coming together, and they all got different doctrines, but they get together to speak. What kind of madness is that, man? Huh? That's confusion, man. I would never get with any of those Hebrew Israelite groups out there that's teaching that wayward madness, man. You know?
Baloo is in the middle.
But Baloo, I don't even mention that guy no more. Fuck Baloo. He about getting ready to go back in the spiritual world any damn way. Hey, with that, we're gonna say shalom. And I just found out that certain brothers, I guess you get a notification that we was up live on IN Ustream, which was the account is IN live stream on Ustream, and hopefully the Lord will bless it where we'll start doing some live shows on YouTube. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.